Okay, so here we are going to find the inverse of the matrix. So, so what was the matrix I came up with? 1. Plus everything we're doing. Okay, so we came up with 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, can you see?
Yes.
Okay, and I think, did I test this one? And we said, okay, we said that there was a matrix inverse. And so now what you do is you line this up next to the inverse matrix. That's the first step. So
you don't close this parenthesis.
you know, it's just a formality. It doesn't matter. You could close it. But, so you do 1, 0, 0, 1. So the identity matrix is the matrix where the entire column is ones. I mean, the entire diagonal is ones, and the off diagonal cells are zeros. And so you close this. Okay, and now we're gonna do a series of operations where we can turn the blue one into the identity matrix.
Okay.
And whatever we get on that red one will be the inverse.
Okay.
Okay, so now this is, usually we start with this one and we turn it into a 1, but it's already a 1.
Okay.
So there's nothing we need to do there.
Okay.
Okay, now the second row, then we go to the second row, and now we need to work with this 3 here. Okay, so let's change the color, and this 3 needs to become a 0.
Okay.
Right, because you're supposed to have 1 0 underneath. So what we can do is we can multiply. To make this a 0, we can say 3 minus 3 times row 1.
So you write that.
So yeah, I'm going to write this over here. Minus 3 times row 1. Why minus 3 times row 1? Because that makes the 1 minus 3.
Right.
And then I add it to the 3, so add it to row 2, and this will 0 out the 3. Because when you multiply row 1 by minus 3, this will become minus 3. Add it to get a 0 here, which is exactly what you want.
Okay, so first what you're doing is you're taking -3 and you're multiplying it times row 1 times the 1.
Yeah.
Right? And then you add that to row 2.
To row 2. So this is what's important. You always on the row that you are working, you multiply the other row by whatever is needed.
Okay, and then you take that other row
and add it to the row that you are trying to implement the change on.
Okay.
Okay, and so now
we have -3.
And again, the objective is to make this 1 0. So this is already a 1, so we need to make this a 0. So now,
but it stays a 1. You multiply it times -3. So doesn't it become -3?
This first row?
Yeah.
Oh, so here's what's important too. When you are doing this, you are imposing this change on row 2, not on row 1. So row 1 will stay as is.
Why? Because I wrote it down there?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you write it down here, and now this change needs to happen on the second row.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so -3 times 1 is -3, plus 3 is 0. Okay? And then I do the same exact thing on each single cell. So -3 times 2 is -6.
Oh, so you have to do it now to everything.
Yeah, oh yeah. Okay. Once you do it to one element, one entry,
so you have 1, 0, 2, minus 2 times -3.
-6.
-6.
-6 plus 4. I could actually write it here if you want me to. Okay. Just write it. So -3 times 2 plus 4. And then I would do this on the 1 as well. So this is -3 times 1 plus 0, and then -3 times 0 plus 1. Right? And this one here, the reason we got the 0 is because here you can erase 2. So minus 3 times 1 plus 3.
That's that and that.
Okay.
And this with 2. Oh, and you have to do it all the way across. You have to do it up here too?
Every single one.
Okay.
You have to do it on every single one.
But what about the 4?
I did that too. Minus 3 times 2 plus 4.
Okay.
This means you're multiplying row 1 by negative 3.
Right. And
And
then
adding it to row 2.
Okay.
And you are implementing that change on row 2.
Okay.
So now let's write the results.
Okay.
So this is going to become, the first one doesn't change. So 1, 2, 1, 0.
Right.
And then here you have minus 3 plus 3 is 0. Minus 6 plus 4
is negative 2.
Negative 2. So
negative 3.
Negative 3. And here 1. Correct? Because
Right.
minus
Yes.
3 times 0 is 0 plus 1 is 1. Okay, so now we're down to this guy. Okay, so we're on the right track. 1, 0. This is exactly what we're trying to get. 1, 0. Okay, now we need to move on to here.
Okay.
Okay, and first what we're going to do is this needs to be a 1 and this needs to be a 0.
Right. So
Okay, so
you go row 1 minus 2.
okay, so what do you think I should do?
No. Wait.
So this guy needs to become
That needs to
a
become
0. A 0 now.
Right.
Correct?
Okay.
Yeah.
So
It's very simple. Notice that if I just add these two rows,
right. So just row 1
I get-
plus row 2.
I
and
get
you
a
just-
0 there.
And then you just write that in that top corner. So
Yeah.
that becomes that. Okay.
Yeah, so I write row 2 plus row 1. Very simple. And now you're trying to impose the change on the first row,
Right.
so the second row remains the
Right.
same.
And there's no
Should we
change
change
here
color?
because this is 0.
So let's write in black.
There's
Exactly.
No change here 'cause it's 0.
That's why you made that a 0 first, so when you do that second change, it doesn't affect it.
Okay.
So so the second row is as is.
Right.
0, minus 2, minus 3, 1, and then we get here. So when you add
1.
0 plus 1 is 1.
Right.
0
Right.
minus 2 plus 2 minus 3 plus 1 is a 2. 1 plus 0, 1.
Okay.
There you go.
And now
And now,
this has to become a 1. So we do this. So we do row 1 plus 3 minus plus negative 2.
there's an easier way.
Okay, so how
Look, this is a 0. There's no way you're going to be able to do anything
Right.
with this. And you could just divide this whole thing. This needs to be a 1, yeah? This is a 1.
Right.
So just divide row 2, I mean, by minus 2. That's it.
Okay.
And so
That stays 0.
row 1 doesn't change. 1, 0, 2, 1. And then 0 over negative 2 is 0.
Right.
Negative 2 over negative 2 is 1. Minus 3 over negative 2 is 3 over 2. There's a bit of a lag, as you can see sometimes if the internet is not very fast.
Wait, so wait. So here, that was 3 divided. Okay.
Yeah.
Negative 3 divided by 2. So
Yeah.
negative 3 over 2.
There's a minus sign here,
Oh,
so
okay.
minus over minus
Right.
goes away. And then you get minus half here because 1 over minus 2. And you can see that this became the identity matrix. Therefore, where's our inverse?
There.
This is if the original one was A, like let's say this was matrix A, the last one here is A inverse. This is the inverse. That's the method.
Okay.
Is that what we got here? We can check. Yeah, minus 2, 1, 3 over 2 minus half.
Okay.
And